Jake was just a regular guy, a nature lover who escaped the noise of city life by hiking through quiet forest trails on weekends. He didn't need much, just his backpack, his boots, and the peaceful silence of the woods. That morning, the trail in the Blue Ridge Mountains was calm, the sun barely cutting through the misty trees. Birds chirped in the distance. Everything felt perfect, until he heard a faint voice. "Help!" It was weak, almost like a whisper carried by the wind. Jake froze, then turned toward the sound. Just off the main trail, he spotted a woman sitting on the ground, wincing in pain, holding her ankle. He rushed over. "Hey, are you okay?" She looked up, a little startled but relieved. "I think I twisted my ankle, slipped on a rock. I can't put weight on it." Jake knelt beside her. "You're lucky I came this way. Can I take a look?" She nodded. Her phone had no signal, and she looked like she'd been sitting there for a while. Jake checked her ankle carefully, applied a cooling gel from his kit, and tied a cloth to support it. "I'll help you get back to the base," he said. "You don't have to do all this," she said quietly. Jake smiled. "Of course I do." Step by step, he helped her walk slowly down the trail. They talked along the way, about books, music, nature. She said her name was Emily, but didn't share much else. There was something elegant about her, yet humble. By the time they reached the base, the sun was setting. "Thank you," Emily said, brushing her hair back. "You helped me without knowing anything about me." Jake replied with a calm smile. "You don't need a reason to help someone." She looked at him for a moment longer, like she wanted to say something, but instead just said, "I won't forget this." And then she left in a black SUV. Jake figured that was the end of it. He had no idea. It was just the beginning. The next morning, a sharply dressed man stepped out. "Mr. Jake Carter." "Yeah?" Jake replied, unsure. "You're requested to come with us. Miss Emily would like to meet you." Jake hesitated, then got in. The ride was smooth, quiet, and filled with questions swirling in his head. They arrived at a tall glass building in downtown Atlanta. Jake was escorted through polished halls and into a large conference room. And there she was, Emily. But this time, she wasn't in hiking gear. She wore a sharp business suit, her posture confident and commanding. "Hey, Jake," she said warmly. "Sorry for the surprise. I wanted to thank you properly." Jake blinked. "What is this place?" Emily smiled. "My full name is Emily Harrison. My father is David Harrison, CEO of Harrison Global." Jake was stunned. Harrison Global was a Fortune 500 company. "I was on a personal solo retreat," she continued. "Wanted some space. I didn't expect to get injured, and I definitely didn't expect to meet someone like you." Just then, another man entered. Powerful, tall, suited. "Mr. Carter," he said, shaking Jake's hand. "I'm David Harrison. Emily told me everything." Jake stood speechless. "I want to offer you a position," Mr. Harrison said. "We need people like you, honest, grounded, in our corporate social responsibility team. You'll be working directly with communities, making a real impact. What do you say?" Jake took a deep breath. "I don't know what to say." "Say yes," Emily smiled. A few months later, Jake was living a life he never imagined, working for a global company, leading social projects, and slowly building a strong bond with Emily. They often went hiking together now, but this time as friends, and maybe something more. Moral: you never know how a simple act of kindness can change your life. Sometimes helping a stranger is the start of your own story.